What is up, everyone? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming, and today we've got Gwenpool Mission number 5, Toe-to-Totem STORY for LEGO Marvel SuperHeroes 2. Now, there are some collectibles scattered throughout, but we're going to miss those and come back and get them in our free play video. Now, there are, well, a character token, a chance to freely, and of course, the pink brick for attract studs, and this all takes place in the Old West. However, it should be known that there are 2 missions that need to be completed before this Gwenpool mission will unlock. First one being the mission for Rawhide Kid, which actually takes place in Hala and can be found in our Hala free roam video, mission number 3. So I should have a card up for that in the corner. If you don't already see it, it should be there right now. Now, the next one is, once you complete that, a mission opens up in the Old West for Red Wolf. So that's why we did those in the particular order we did. And simply just go to our Old West free roam video and check out mission number 1, where we run around and help the old Red Wolf solve his problems. Once both of those are completed, it will actually queue you up and show you that there is a new Gwenpool mission available in the Old West. Now, you probably saw on screen there that we gave a shout out to Warner Brothers for hooking us up with a copy of this game, and it should be known that Tyler P is the one that hooked us up with all of the collectible information. So special thanks to both of them, as without either of them, this wouldn't be possible. Now, I also want to point out that because we unlocked both the Rawhide Kid and Red Wolf, you're supposed to purchase them to play as them. But if you notice, we haven't done that yet. We're going to go ahead and hop into the old pink halo, and away we go. Gwenpool has a few things to say, and then we'll be on our way. Woohoo!
Howdy, partners! Saddle up, because I'm fired up and ready to take you through on another one of my special missions. This one's going to take you way back to the Old West. Bad guys' faces swollen, keep them pink bricks rolling, Gwenpool! Rawhide Kid and his longtime brother-in-arms, Red Wolf, have received news that an old foe is back in town, the living Totem. Our heroes head into town. Spurred on by the townsfolk, they are steered to the saloon. Come on, you varmints! That was 2 cowboy puns right there! Inside the saloon, our boys find the living Totem hard at work. Completing a death ray? Forging a metal army? No. Rehearsing in his one alien show. Humans are mean and should just be conquered already. Dinner theater? Will these villains stop at nothing? How exactly do you go about defeating a giant indestructible alien totem pole? I'm not going to be much help as I haven't read this stuff. Lucky for you youngins, the Kid and Red Wolf's gonna learn us how. This town ain't big enough for the 3 of them. Yeehaw!
All right. This darn totem has got to be around here somewhere.
Look, Rawhide. Over there.
Put him up, Totem. You ain't fooling no one round these parts.
Well, that's not entirely true, as there are 3 decoys, and we fall for all 3! So, as you can see here, we are actually playing as Rawhide Kid and the Red Wolf, even though we did not purchase them. So that's kind of weird and fun. And speaking of fun, look at this funky little banjo player. He can pull out the old... So that's pretty cool. I did not know that he was a musical character as well. So, hey, and check this out. Red Wolf has the tracking ability, which is kind of cool. He's got that Red Wolf. I don't know, is that like synthetic? Is that real? Like, what's going on there? That's kind of suspect if you're asking me. But follow the old white brick trail all the way back and get your... on by stepping on the switch and building those pieces up. Well, actually, you got to build the pieces up, then step on the switch. Then Gwenpool comes in, firing off like a crazy person, and drops the old chandelier dang near on our heads. So we'll go ahead and miss that. Look at that. We actually got a whole bunch of bricks we can build up now into a old school boinger. And look at that, we've got some twirly pulls up top. So essentially what we need to do in this area is we need to take out all 3 of the fake totems. Eventually that will reveal the real totem, and then we can take him down. Now this is pretty cool. It's one of those old, like, mousetrap type puzzles, and with a quick, swift pow right in the kissa with one of those water barrels, we put out the water on the stairway there, giving us access up top, but it also leaves behind some bouncing bricks. Now it should be known that this is actually one of the collectible spots. This is where you get that pink brick, and it can be done in the story. All you have to do is build up that old shooting gallery and take out 10 targets, which there's no time limit, no nothing. It's really easy peasy. However, to keep things simple and easy peasy for you, we're trying to keep all the collectibles in one video, and to keep things consistent, we're going to make sure that that one video is our free play, because, we can free Lee as well. However, we cannot get to that character token because we need Doctor Strange or somebody with the telekinetic abilities to go ahead and manipulate the lower right side of the stage. So we have access to 2 of the 3 collectibles, but not all of them. Now, you probably noticed that we used the old grapple up top to go ahead and rip down that second totem. So far, the old Rawhide Kid has thrown some silver brick-breaking stuffs and used his grappler ability to go ahead and find both of them. However, Red Wolf also gave us a little boost in getting up top by creating that mousetrap and putting out the fire. That's right, he put out the fire. It was already burning. All right, I'm moving on. All right, so we got a couple of butt slams to do. Oh, and I want to point out, too, his butt slam is not really a butt slam. He actually throws some dynamite down on the ground, and it goes gaboob. And that's pretty cool. I thought that was a nice little twist on the old butt slam, which, if you don't know, that's the old jump and attack, which is usually an aerial attack. But, all right, we have smashed everything around in this upper balcony area, which we got up here by riding that mechanical bull downstairs. If you missed that, go ahead and track back in the video, and it should boing us up top here. All we need to do now is grapple this totem to go ahead and fly down below and smash those blue barrels with the watery-like studs in them. That was really weird, but that being said, both sides of the upper balconies have smashed the lower sides with the blue boxes, and now we have some buildable bricks in the middle that we can go ahead and make a giant super soaker. Now that super soaker has a couple of effects. We can actually put out the fire on the right side of the stage here, which is where Mr. Stan Lee is residing. He's hiding inside that piano. And what we really need to use it for is to go ahead and make the old ground slippery. That's right, it's slip and slide time. We're going to make this old totem fall right flat on his face. So basically aim right at his feet. He'll kind of walk around for a minute. It seems like it's not working at first, but just wait for the tunes. Now, I have my music turned off to avoid any kind of copyrighted music material, but you'll see here in a second there are some tunes, little music notes that start popping up, and he gets his groove on. That's right. Totem. Totem dance. Oh no! Totem down! And guess what? As soon as he goes down, Gwenpool comes in and takes us away!
Him to slip up on water? That's it? Jeez, some bad dude, huh? No wonder he's not up there with the big villains like Kang and Thanos. Turns out this poor sap never wanted to be on Earth anyway. He crash-landed here in the Old West, and the first people he met buried him underground. Typical, huh? All he really wants is to get home, and the theater group was just a way of him raising money to build a spaceship. Not sure he'd have raised that much cash on stage. His acting is a bit wooden. Get it? I made it funny. Red Wolf suggests that maybe Totem can hitch a ride with some other friendly space travelers. He won't have to look far to find some, what with things being so messed up around here. Can't seem to throw a rock right now and not hit an alien. Heck, the Guardians of the Galaxy would take him. They've already got Groot, so they're no strangers to wooden space dudes. Hasta luego!
All right. That's right. We got it all complete. And now we are ready for free play. We're going to try to bust this out really quick style and get it up for you later today. That's right. We might actually have 2 videos in one day for you. It really depends on which time zone you're in, as my release schedule is 9:30 a.m. and 9:30 p.m. And again, depending on your time, if you're East Coast, that actually puts you into tomorrow. That'd be 12:30 a.m. So anyways, enough of that flapping. We got got the True Believer in our story mode right now, and we also completed the level. That gave us both 1 and 2 gold bricks. Next up, we are going to collect another one for getting the Stan Lee in Peril. So we'll come back and get that in our free play. We also unlocked the Totem character token. However, we still need to purchase that and find the other character tokens scattered throughout. But that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I kind of messed up the ending already, didn't I? Basically, check us out on our social media. Of course, if you haven't checked out the Thumbie Must See, that would be awesome for you to do that. And as for me, that's going to do it until next time. Ooh, the garbage man's outside. I wonder if you can hear that banging around. Regardless,